Hey guys, my name is Jess and welcome back to 44's channel. So today's video is the 6th episode in a series on the 12 laws of the universe, and as you can see from the title, this one is on the law of cause and effect. So let's jump right into what that is. So the law of cause and effect is saying that every cause has an effect and every effect has a cause. So this means that nothing in the world happens in isolation, and there's no such thing as luck or chance. So if something happens in the world, it's because of something else. And that thing happening is going to be a cause for something else. So something can't just happen and then nothing stems out of that. So example, if I drop a plate onto the floor, what's going to happen is that it's going to break into a million pieces and there's going to be glass all over the floor. Then the effect of that is that I'm going to have to clean all of that up and throw it away. And then the effect of that could be that it goes into the dustbin and then the sharp pieces break the plastic. And then that leads to something and that leads to something else. Then someone else has to clean it up and then they're in a bad mood. And then because they're in a bad mood in their meeting, they are really horrible to one of the people they're working with. And then because that person got shouted at, then they have a breakdown at home and then their husband, example, has to console them. And because of that, they end up missing their TV show. So you can see that it doesn't end. It's a whole cycle. And like the thing that I find interesting about it is that a cause can be an effect. So, well, an effect can be a cause, example, because it's a cycle. So I break the plates on the floor, it's into a million pieces, and that million pieces was an effect of the plate breaking, but then it's a cause of me having to pick it up. So we can see some things can just go on for everything. In my previous example, it just kept going forward. And I mean, at the same time, things can have more than one effect. Example, I could break the thing on the floor, and the one effect of that, I could break the plates on the floor, and the one effect of that is that I'll have to pick it up. And then maybe an effect of me not picking it up properly, maybe I left a plate on the floor, and maybe tomorrow I come back and I step on the plates and then there's blood everywhere and then I have to go to the hospital. And then so it's like, it's not just one way that you can go, there's lots of different effects of one different thing. And in the same way, lots of causes can bring about something happening. So something could happen and it could be because of a number of different reasons. And then you could also have a cycle. So example, a good example would be some people, if they are feeling depressed, they may eat more, and then because they're eating a lot, that could make them more depressed. So it's almost like, are you eating because you're depressed, or are you depressed because you're eating? And like the same with the chicken and the egg. Was the chicken first or was the egg first? And this links to the butterfly effect. So what the butterfly effect is saying is that a butterfly that's fluttering its wings on the one side of the world can end up creating, example, a hurricane on the other side of the world. And it's like, it's crazy because we look at a butterfly and we're like, oh, that's so small and its wings and its fluttering is so insignificant. But meanwhile, that could affect something, that could affect something, that could affect something, and eventually there could be a tornado or a hurricane. Which is so crazy because it's basically saying that small effects matter, and you might think, oh, that's so small, that doesn't mean anything, or like you could even look at yourself and be like, oh, I don't matter in this world, I'm just this invisible person. But rarely, you have already impacted the world so much just by your small actions. Like, because one little thing automatically has an effect and it impacts everyone around us. So just linking from that, we can see in our daily life we are affected by a lot of different things, and some things feel out of our control, but in the same respect you cause a lot of things, and your little action really can make a huge change in the world. And then linking to that is thoughts. And we've spoken in the past in the other videos about the law of attraction and the law of vibration, and how it's important to set good intentions, because when you set good intentions, you increase your vibration and your frequency, and that is what you end up attracting into your world. So in that respect, we can see that your thoughts and your, example, positivity and the things that you're feeding yourself, that can be a cause, and then your reality and the way that you view life is an effect. So I think it's really cool to view it in that way, instead of being like, oh, I'm a victim of circumstances, I'm like, all the stuff's happening around me and I have absolutely no control over everything. Realize that you are a cause as much as you're an effect, and you have control over the life that you want to live. You have control over the people you end up being friends with, and it's all due to the thoughts that you feed yourself and the energy that you choose to have or focus on. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, and then also hit the subscribe button as well as the bell if you'd like notifications every time I post a new video. And if you really enjoyed this, please remember to share it to people that you think would also enjoy it and who would enjoy the 12 laws of the universe. As I said, this is the 6th video in a series on the 12 laws of the universe. So if you haven't watched the others, definitely go check them out. I've already posted 5 others, like the law of attraction, the law of correspondence, the law of action, the law of vibration, the law of divine oneness. So yeah, definitely go check those out, and comment if you like anything, or if you can relate to anything, or how's the law of cause and effect showed up in your life. How does the butterfly effect affect you? What do you think of it? I'd love to read your comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys!